Guys, this is Julie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to make a Valentine's inspired soap today. I really don't know how I'm going to design it or what I'm going to do. We're just going to go with it and see where it takes us. Before we get into this, though, I do want to discuss melt and pour a little bit more. Melt and pour is a nice, safe alternative to cold process soap because there's no lye. So lye can be very caustic. It can burn your skin. I've heard of people actually going blind because of it. So that is why when people make cold process soap, they have gloves on, they have their safety goggles on. Now for this, for me, it might be a good idea to still do it with melt and pour, but I don't find it necessary to glove up and all that with it. Now, there is a few challenges with this being melt and pour. The melting process. You do not have a lot of time to work with this and make your intricate designs, your in-the-pot swirls, the other swirling techniques, whatever. If you want to do something that you want a lot of detail, then, you know, it is achievable. But it's a little more difficult with the melt and pour. But there's so many advantages to it, and it's the best thing. I do this any day. It's just the melting. Do not let it go past 160. If you see steam, if you see bubbles, then the soap has been burnt. And it can discolor, it can turn gloppy, it thickens up quickly. So we don't really want that. It can discolor it. It actually can change the smell as well. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so anyway, so what I'm going to do with this melt and pour is, the other thing about melting this is you want to cut these. You want to cut these, you know, just cut it down and make sure that they're in about an inch square shape, or, you know, size. So, and make sure that they are all, basically all cut the same. You don't want some smaller chips of soap and then some bigger ones. It will melt improperly. What will happen is that in some spots, you're going to have it 160, 170, 180 is real hot. And then on the other part, in the same bowl, the other part is not, it's not done. You'd be lucky if it's 110 degrees. So basically, it just, and melt and pour takes patience and time, and you got to move quickly. So I'm going to be pausing quite a bit through this because I'm going to start going on with this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to put them in my plastic measuring cups there, and I'm going to add colorant and everything. You guys can see that too. So I will be right back, guys. I want to go chop this up. Hey guys, I did want to come back and tell you something. I was pleasantly surprised. This block was very easy to cut, and I'm going to show you. I have had melt and pour where it's very difficult to cut. It's really hard to do it. But with ease, you just press down, and there you go. So what I'm going to do off camera is get these, because I'm going to need to melt a lot of soap. I want to get these into cubes and get them melted. Be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. As you can see, I have, I cut them up into about 1-inch cubes. So now what I'm going to do is melt this. Now my microwave is a newer microwave. I've noticed that when I do it every 30 seconds, basically what happens is it's too high of a temperature. So I'm going to monkey around with the temperatures on this microwave because you really don't want to overburn. You just don't want to overburn. Okay, so I will be back, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. I have it melted. It's about 153. So I'm definitely not going to want to continue melting this right now. So basically, it's very fluid. It's nice. We're at 148. So basically what I want to do is I want to pour this. I have an idea. We'll see if it works. And I'm going to pour this in the whole mold. Now I had to turn down my heat level on my microwave. So let's see here. It'll be hot. Okay, guys. So I'm going to shake this a little bit. It is starting to set up. It's about at 139. I'm going to spray with rubbing alcohol. Very important. So now what I'm going to do, I don't have a lot of time. So what I'm going to do right now is take a little bit of this ruby red drops. And I'm going to spread it throughout. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to quickly stir it. Again, we don't have a lot of time to work with this, guys. If I can work with it at all. Oh God, this is not what I was going for, guys. But there is a way to fix this. You know, some of the worst looking soaps in the beginning. I know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna put. See, this is the reality of soaping. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. I'm going to melt down some more melt and pour, guys, and then I'll be back. Hi guys, we are back. This is about, right now, this is what I wanted. This is about 150 at this point. Now, again, I'm a little upset because I feel like it's ruined my design, but you know what? The beautiful thing is you don't think it's going to be a good design. You do it, and then you cut into it, and it's like, oh my God, a lot better than I thought it would be. So, as you can see here, I poured the top, so that's covered. So the next thing I'm going to do, and again, this was just clear melt and pour. The next thing I'm going to do is mix some pretty colors, and I'm going to do a second layer. And again, you want to make sure that you do, there's a number of reasons why you use alcohol in your soaps, rubbing alcohol. That is to get the air out, these air bubbles. It gets the air out, and it also helps, which is going to be good for us here, it helps the soap to adhere to the layer below it. So the next pour that I do is going to adhere because I put the alcohol here. Okay, guys, we'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. What I wanted to do to this is add some sparkles, some nice shiny sparkles here. And I want to use the whole thing and kind of create a mica line. Again, this is all experimentation. Now, the other glitter that I do have is in a shaker bottle. This, I just gotta eyeball it. Now, again, I do want to use all of this. Okay, now I'm going to do the alcohol now. This will help this glitter to adhere to the layer below it and the layer on top of it. So, okay guys, I will be right back with the other melted melt and pour. Okay guys, we are back. I have the desired light pink. And it's really, you know what I did do? I saw one other soaper, and I'm sorry that I don't remember who it was, that put saran wrap on top when you put it in the microwave. And I also did it at half of the temperature. So, and this is working so good here, guys. Right now, okay, we're at 140. Very, very good pouring for what we want. I know, normally I do use it, let's do it anyway. I do use a spatula to absorb the impact, so that, because I don't want these colors to bleed through. So it's kind of going to be a layered soap. How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's good. Okay, guys. Oops. Can be a little messy sometimes. Okay. I'm not worried about this white here. I think it's going to add these clumps that really, there's a couple clumps that didn't get melted enough, but I'm really not worried about that because it might even be a neat effect. So again, I sprayed it with alcohol so that my next layer and my final layer will adhere to it. So I'm going to do now I wanted to show you, this is the white. Okay, this is the white. So I added red to this, and it made it pink. The clear soaps, however, they're translucent. So they, you know, it's not going to be a pastel. So it really is kind of true to color with the clear. So again, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back and I'll have my next layer. Okay, guys, we are back. Right now it's about 146. This is the color that I want. It's starting to thicken up a little bit, though. I'm going to have to hurry up and pour this. That's going to need the microwave for a minute. See, it's a constant back and forth of melting, remelting. It's just because it does set up so quickly. It gives you very, very minimal time, like I said, to do these swirls. Or, now I'm not going to make swirls on this top one. Let's see. Let me see the temperature. Yeah, it still needs to go in a little bit longer. It's at 140. Alright, guys. So I hope everybody's having a good day out there. And thanks again for joining my channel. This is a new channel. Please like and subscribe if you could. That would mean a lot to me, guys. Got too hot or not. Yeah. Man, it is very thick and gelatinous. Okay. Let's see, guys. Let's see where we're at. You don't want to do it long. You want to do 30 second at the most bursts of heat. Now this, like I said, I had to turn my microwave half power. I had to do for this. All right, guys. I'm going to try something. We're gonna just see how this goes. And I want it thick like this. All right. We're gonna see now. I'm gonna take a spoon. I want to just, you know, I definitely want to eventually get into piping, frosting. Yeah, it's really thickening up quick. If this were cold processed soap, this would be real easy. So, just kind of a little top here. We'll see how it looks. Now, I could have made heart embeds, and I was going to, but that didn't pan out. So, okay, guys. I want an uneven top. I do want this look here. So, spray it again with alcohol. I'm going to put now some silver glitter. Clean up the edges. Okay, guys. Now this is uneven. This is something, you know, again, we're just kind of experimenting. I think it's going to look pretty cool, though. But we'll see. You know, sometimes you get designs in your brain and you try them and they're epic fails. Point is, at least you're doing it. Okay. Okay, guys, that's going to conclude this part of the video. What I'm going to do is set this in the refrigerator. You can do that. It will, you know, it'll cure okay. It'll harden okay there. It does obviously speed up the time as far as setting. So I am going to put this in the fridge, and we'll be back for the cut. Okay, guys, we are back for the cut. I did unmold it, and again, I wanted kind of a texture top. Here's how the bottom and the sides are looking. All right, let's see what we've got here. Wow. Pretty. You could see this white here that didn't get melted all the way. And again, it's okay because... And you can see the glitter line that we made. Interesting. And you can, do any variations to this as well. And that's the wonderful thing. You have your creativity. I'm liking the white in there. Okay. Now, I mean, I could have made the top a little more level, but it's kind of hard when it's kind of chunky on the top. See, this was too hard at the time. Again, that's just melt and pour for you. So I didn't get the desired look that I wanted, but it's okay. And there was no bleeding through the mica line. There was no bleeding. Okay. Cut these two. I'm going to cut the sides off. Just to kind of see in the middle there. It's kind of neat. It's just a different design. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. This is the first time I've worked with this particular melt and pour, so this was, again, an experiment. And when you cut it to the side, it's pretty neat. It's interesting. It's more of like an abstract art type of thing, I think. Now, what I do with these is I cut them up with my shredder here. And I use this in another soap. I treat it as though it's an embed. So I do save these. You got to save. Soaping can be expensive, so this one's a cool one. Very different. Very, very different. Okay, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day and have a great day. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.